Well, I'm sure you all remember Brexit and people voting in a referendum to leave the European Union. I mean, who can forget the 4 years of deluded Ramonas doing their best to stop what people voted for? Among these Ramonas, we had various lefty tosspots online alongside the Remain supporting media and most of Parliament.
I relish the chance to take on both Boris Johnson and Jeremy Corbyn because neither one of them is fit to lead our country. And that's why I'm standing as a candidate to be Prime Minister.
The absolute circus called 2019 was caused by the fact that most MPs didn't want to do what people voted for, as did the media, and instead demanded we remain in the European Union.
And what was not debated in 2016 was the likelihood that we would end up leaving the EU with no deal.
And at the end of that 2 years, there is no guarantee that agreement will have been reached, but our exit would be automatic.
The electorate will have spoken. We will have to invoke Article 50. Once you invoke Article 50, it is a one-way street to the exit, which will happen in 2 years with no agreement of any kind at all, if necessary. And what was not debated in 2016 was the likelihood that we would end up leaving the EU with no deal.
This, as you know, came from Labour Party, Lib Dem, SNP and even Tory tosspots alongside most EU member states, but none more so than France and its soy boy leader Emmanuel Macron. That worthless puppet there rated Brexit with a passion and even threatened to blockade Calais over it in 2019. Then, of course, we had countless reports of MPs going over there to scheme with EU leaders on how to stop it, all while Ramonas have spent 2 years blaming every negative effect created by Boris Johnson's lockdown lunacy on Brexit. Yes, these idiots tried to blame the pandemic downturn on Brexit because all they can ever do is Ramon! Ramon! Well, it seems these idiots have not given up yet because Emmanuel Macron is now talking about a new political union in Europe involving the UK.
In the quiet words of the Virgin Mary, come again.
This has obviously been torn apart by the public who literally want no part of it, but the timing of it looks a bit suspect to me, especially with the WHO's pandemic treaty being planned, and of course 2 years of hearing multiple puppets chanting Build Back Better literally every day.
But also that we're building back better together, and building back greener, and building back fairer, and building back more equal, and how shall I, in a more gender-neutral and perhaps a more feminine way. How about that, apart from anything else?
As you likely know, Macron is a WEF sock puppet even before the WHO decided to push forward with a pandemic treaty that literally removes national governments from making the decisions next time these corrupt scumbags call a pandemic. Shit, you thought the last 2 years was bad. Well, you ain't seen nothing yet if this goes through, which of course it will because our government is corrupt as they come. But like I said, this talk of a new political union not only takes the piss because of Brexit, but it could well be the next steps in stripping away national sovereignty. Remember, for the last 2 years, governments could only do what they thought the electorate would actually allow. This pandemic treaty would give decision-making power to the World Health Organization, allowing politicians to literally say it wasn't me. That is obviously scary stuff in my eyes, I don't know about you. But you know what, guys, for now I'm going to leave it there, so let me know what you think down in the comments section below. Subscribe if you ain't already, and check out my website that's linked in the video description.
There is a pattern consistent throughout history of oppressed people turning on the oppressors, slaves against their owners, the peasantry against the feudal barons, colonies, Mr. Verhofstadt, against their empires, and that is why Britain is leaving. And it doesn't matter which language you use, we are going, and we are glad to be going. We're off.